So we're going to tie one of these. It's a deer hair mayfly, kind of one for the top dropper, but it has the French Partridge in the front. It's a nice pattern. So we'll take a fulling mill short shank special size 8. It's good white gape on it. And take some 8/0 fluorescent yellow thread. Just run it down the shank there, trim it off, and then come forward, but don't go too close. So stop maybe 3 or 4 turns short of the hook eye. Where normally, if we were just tying the deer hair collar as the front of the fly, you would you'd be tying it right up onto the eye. So I have some nice orange, dyed orange deer hair here. So take scissors, snip it off close to the skin. Then get your comb out any underfur and fluffy bits that you don't want in there. And then just get your stacker and pop your deer hair in. Bang it on the table. There's one there sticking out. And the stacker. Just turn it. So tips should be lined up. Remove them. Remove any fluffy bits. And use the comb again, or you can just take them out. Just be careful if you're using the comb again that the tips stay reasonably lined up. So it's going to bring this around the hook. So I'm going to go with 1 loose turn, 2 loose turns, just slowly working it down tighter, then tightening up a lot, so maybe 5 or 6 already there, and then another few working backwards down on that deer hair. So you want to thread that's not too thin or strong that it will cut the deer hair on you. So what I do now, just basically trim off all these all around. I like to trim them up close to where the thread is, but it's up to you. You could come in and try taper them a different way if you want your cuts. I just prefer this way, and then just tidy up all that area there. Okay, forward, and you can see what I mean. Sort of tidy it up a bit better anyway. So I'm just run this thread down all the ways and touching turns, and I'm going to go around the bend a little bit, he says, and again in touching turns. Then I'm just going to come back up around to where I'm going to tie in my tail, get some clear, a bit of clear varnish. Just add a drop there just to soak in, and that help protect that from fish's teeth. For the tail, I'm just using some pheasant tail natural. There's a bit of yellow through it, and it's kind of nice yellowy brown colour. And go with longer than the shank because it's a mayfly pattern. A bit too many fibres in there. Let's take a couple out. So I say I'd probably go a bit longer than the body anyway for the shank. Just run that up close to the butt of the deer hair there to help add a bit of a taper to it. Then I'm using Tommi Fly orange. It's the Tommi Fly thread number 14. Trim that off. Basically, cut off a long piece because I'm doubling it around the thread, like so. And then just catch that in on your way down. And run back down to the tail. Like so. Then some wax. And some dubbing, so I'm using the Frankie McPhillips in Yellow May. So it's kind of a yellowish pattern anyway. I think when you're tying mayflies you kind of need a couple of different shades, see what's working, so you need some sort of cream ones, some yellow, some olive, even some green olive. And then if you want to mix a few other colours in, the colours, oranges, pinks, reds, that's kind of chartreuse, any of those, typical enough. So there we go. And I'm using 2 hackles, so I'm using a yellow and an olive, cork hackle. Just want to line up these tips, or just, well, the stems really. And again, just a bit of wax just for a bit of grip here now. And just get those 2 stems in there, behind the deer here. Trap it out, a couple of good tight turns. Then I wind both of these together. Don't think it matters whether you have the yellow or the olive in front. You just want to get that mixture of colours coming down through the flies, kind of creating a sort of blended effect. Get them right the ways down there, and just catch them in with your rib. I tend that the rib is fine when you have a lot of hackle around it on this type of fly. It doesn't seem to get damaged by the fish's teeth, but I'd always tie at least 3 of any of these, just in case a fly was lost or damaged. So I can remove the rest of that, and we can remove these 2 back here as well. Okay. Then I'm going to push this deer hair back and bring the thread in front of it. So you see we've a nice enough bit of space here now, which is what we wanted. And then I'm just going to start brushing this back a bit. My Velcro brush, like so. Use the small side for under there. And then we'll just use the thread back up against it a bit here to trap it down. Okay. So then, in front of that, you can take a large French Partridge feather and just catch it in by the tip here. 1 or 2 turns on it. Remove that tip. Probably need a hackle pliers for this one. Yeah, I could use my finger. We'll try the hackle pliers to see. So I'll get a couple of turns of this in front. I'm just going to bring it, I'm just going to kind of fold it back and bring it slightly forward on each turn here. Like so. It's up to you how much hackle you want. It's sometimes dictated a small bit by how much space you have when you come in front of the deer here. So that's trapped in with a few turns in front or behind. Just put a bit of more pressure on it there. So I'm just going to stroke back these fibres now and just build up a little head for the fly. Like so. And again then, if you want, you can sort of brush that in through through the deer hair there. And you get a really nice blend of colours, but you have that deer hair actually in underneath the hackle, helping to, you know, spread out the hackle, and also just adding a bit of buoyancy. So, you know, if you want a bushy, buoyant, bright pattern at mayfly time, this is a good one to have. So just a couple of turns just to keep a bit of pressure on the thread. And give it a couple of turns. As I say, if you just have a favourite pattern with the French Partridge on it for mayfly time that you like, and you want to just get a different action in the water, what you do is just replace whatever hackle you would have had. In this case it was an orange hackle with the same colour deer hair, and this is really going to make a disturbance in the water. So just adding some clear lacquer to this, and I'll let that dry. I'll come back then and I'll put a little bit of UV resin over that when it's dry, and that'll be the fly finished then.